Okay guys, we're out here to replace a heat pump and air handler. Here's the heat pump. As far as access goes, looks like we have access to the backyard up a hill here on that side. And I'm sure there's some over here on the right side, but access is a little bit limited as far as the landscape that we're going to be working with. It's a pretty steep hill here that the house is built on. But regardless, as far as the heat pump goes, we are going to we're going to keep the line set. There's not a way for us to do a replacement on the line set because it's a completely finished basement, so we'll flush those out. They're the right size. What we have here is a 15 SEER 5-ton Lennox heat pump. And their disconnect box is right down here. We'll put a new disconnect, a new whip in for the customer, get that all set up and working right for them. We'll put a new pad here. We can get rid of both of these old pads and put a new pad in. You'll want to bring some dirt and some brown mulch here to match the brown mulch that's existing. So dirt and mulch for the new pad. Probably a couple pavers just in case you need them. I believe that's it out here. Okay guys, I'm here at the air handler that matches that heat pump, or that goes along with that heat pump, I should say. What we're going to do here is we're going to be flushing the line set out. The line set comes out of the front of the coil here and goes up and over and then goes across the ceiling and back down the opposite wall over here. The heat pump is right outside of this window right there to the right of that siding. So we won't be able to access the line set. We'll just flush it out. We're also going to be building a new return. So they currently have their filter right here. What we would do is we would build a new return, and we'll bring that return down and build the box up underneath the system. This box right here is currently just a box that the system is sitting on. There's no return air going through that. So we'll build a new return that comes up from the bottom of the system with a 5-inch media cabinet. They'll only have to change a filter out one time per year with that. Our electrical runs up right here. Looks like we have two 60-amp breakers to run the air handler. Electrical runs up through the ceiling and then over to the breaker panel. So we'll replace the complete return, and we'll also probably have to do some adjustments to the supply air if we're going to build a bigger return down here on the bottom. There is a floor drain. It is on the other side of the wall over here. It goes underneath the floor there. And everything drains out this way. It's up underneath that wall is where the floor drain is. So we'll put a new floor drain in with a safety pan. That should be everything. We'll do a new humidifier, so we'll attach a new humidifier here where we have room and run that into the return. All right, I'm down here at the panel that goes along with that air handler and the heat pump from the earlier videos. We have three different panels. The panel that we're going to be concerned about right here, not concerned with, but checking with, it's a general switch load center. There's information on it. And then I have two different breakers down here. I have a double 60, another double 60. I'm guessing one of these works the heat kit in the furnace, and this one right here works the air handler. So the top one that says main heat on it works the air handler. We'll get over here to this breaker box. This is an Eaton breaker box. And there's all your info for that breaker box. I have another breaker up here that says furnace on it. And that's another double 60-amp breaker. I believe this is for the heat pump. You'll just have to do some testing whenever you get here and figure out which one's which once we can get the electrical wires for the heat pump disconnected, figure out which one's taking load. All right, that's it.